Have you ever seen a moment in sports that was so huge, so electric, it just felt like the entire internet stopped what it was doing to watch? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're talking Joe Root, we're talking the Ashes, and we're talking about a day one performance that basically set the world on fire.
See, you have to understand, when England and Australia face off in the Ashes, it goes way, way beyond the cricket pitch. This is never just another game on the schedule. Nope. It's a full-blown clash of nations with a long, and I mean long, and storied history.
You can almost feel the weight of over 100 years of these contests, right? All the iconic moments, the bitter defeats, the legends that were made. It's a legacy that every single player carries with them when they walk out there.
And on day one of this latest Ashes series, that fire just absolutely erupted. What we all saw wasn't just a great day of sport, it was a global event.
And this is what's so crazy. This single day of a test match became this massive, must-see spectacle. You had the packed stands in London, of course, but you also had people staying up all night in Sydney, and fans totally glued to their screens in Mumbai. The entire world was captivated, proving the Ashes are not just alive and well, they are exploding with energy.
Okay, so let's set the scene for Root's incredible performance. The pressure on day one of an Ashes series is, well, it's immense. Every single ball, every run, every decision is put under a microscope. And right into that cauldron walks Joe Root.
So picture this. The stadium is just buzzing, absolutely electric with anticipation. You've got these overcast skies, which usually gives the bowlers a bit of an edge. The pressure is so thick you can practically feel it through your TV screen. And who's he facing? Australia's notoriously disciplined, aggressive bowling attack, just waiting for any tiny mistake.
And yet, in the middle of all that chaos, Root played with this almost supernatural calm. His classic late cuts, finding the gaps with pinpoint precision, those perfect cover drives, just leaning into the ball, it was a genuine masterclass. And you know what? Every single shot felt like a message, a powerful statement to the opposition and the world, that he wasn't just there. He was in complete and total command.
And this is where the story takes a fascinating turn, where it jumps from the physical world to the digital one. Because as Root was building this incredible innings, social media just went into an absolute meltdown. His performance wasn't just being broadcast, it was being amplified, shared, and remixed all over the globe, in real time.
And I mean, the scale of this was just staggering. We're talking clips of his best shots, that gutsy reverse scoop, those elegant drives, hitting millions of views in just a few hours. The digital roar was almost as loud as the roar from the crowd.
You literally couldn't escape it online. Hashtags like #Ashes2025 and #JoeRoot were just dominating platforms like X and Instagram. The conversation was global, it was instant, and it really proved that Test cricket, the longest form of the game, can create these viral moments that are just as big as any other sport.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this breakdown of where the engagement was coming from. Of course, you expect England and Australia to be going crazy, right? That's a given. But look at that huge slice of the pie coming from India. Indian fans were a massive part of the conversation, flooding everyone's feeds with memes, reels, and some really sharp analysis.
And this one comment, which went totally viral, just nails it. It's funny, but it's also really insightful. You have Indian fans seeing Root wristy, elegant style and recognizing the kind of masterful players from their own cricket-obsessed culture. It's just a perfect example of how truly great sport can transcend any national rivalry.
But, of course, this is the Ashes we're talking about. And where there's Ashes cricket, there is always Ashes banter. An incredible day like this was never going to be accepted at face value by everyone. The second the players walked off the pitch, the great debate began.
And the argument split right down the usual lines. On one side, you had English supporters and a lot of neutrals just calling it a pure masterclass, saying the batting was simply too good. But then, on the other side, you had Australian fans arguing their bowling attack just had an off day, that the hype was premature, and yeah, some are even saying the pitch was too flat or that Root gets a bit of extra love from the umpires. It's that classic, passionate back and forth that makes this rivalry so much fun.
And here's the kicker. As electrifying as all of this was for England, it's just day one. It's just a start. This is a 5-day match, and it's a long series. And if there's one single thing, we all know about Australian cricket, it's that they do not stay down for long. They are famous for fighting back, and fighting back hard.
So after that explosive opening day that set the whole internet on fire, the biggest question of all is still hanging right there in the air. Was this a sign of English dominance, Or was it just the opening shot before Australia hits back? The stage is set for an absolutely stunning series. So, who do you think takes it from here?
Have you ever seen a moment in sports that was so huge, so electric, it just felt like the entire internet stopped what it was doing to watch? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're talking Joe Root, we're talking the Ashes, and we're talking about a day one performance that basically set the world on fire.
See, you have to understand, when England and Australia face off in the Ashes, it goes way, way beyond the cricket pitch. This is never just another game on the schedule. Nope. It's a full-blown clash of nations with a long, and I mean long, and storied